just like that, we're back. We are heading to Ohio. It's opening day, September 25th, for the Ohio bow season opener. And myself and Kyler are heading down to hunt the evening sit. And we've been watching some bucks all summer. We got pretty good things happening, so we're excited to see what we see tonight. Season here in Ohio, and set up on a field edge overlooking some beans. I got woods behind me, and about 65 degrees. Nice breeze from the west, southwest at 10, 15. We're down here on the lease in Ohio, and we got big things ahead of us hopefully this year. Got a couple nice bucks on camera, and it's gonna be a fun one. Doing more of an observation sit tonight versus an aggressive kill spot, so we're gonna hopefully see where they're coming out of the woods and attack them tomorrow, so stay tuned, we'll see what happens.
Alright, I just got up in the tree and settled in. Left Cam back at the spot that he was at, dropped him off. I don't know, he's probably 600-700 yards to my northeast. I'm back here, we're counting on a west wind, and I got down here in this bottom, there's a bottom field, and it runs along a river, and I don't know if the wind's doing something different than what it was forecasted and what it was doing up there. We checked it up top, but down here it's directly south, so I ended up calling a little bit of an audible, came to the south end of the field because I don't mind blowing into the field. There's nothing in the field right now. And I'm hoping that there's this peninsula over here to my left, which would be to my west. I'm hoping there's deer bedded up in there that will come out into this field, and I can definitely shoot them before they cross my wind, or that a deer comes from the south, or I'm sorry, from the east, and crosses and comes out of the field. If that happens, I'll definitely get a shot. But the big advantage to where I'm sitting is that I can see this entire bottom field, so hopefully I can see where the deer are coming out tonight, and then tomorrow it'll be me, Cam, and Eric, and me and Cam will hunt together. Hopefully make a really aggressive play down here if we can see something pop out and kind of determine where it's bedded at. So that's the idea. I'm gonna sit tight for a while. Got about three and a half hours until dark, but just enjoying being in the woods and swinging from a tree for the first time this year. It's about 6:30 and we're already having some excitement. I've got a really nice buck, really wide, old buck. I have him on camera a few times, very mature deer. He came out from the west and started working east about, probably he was 80 yards away when he came out and started coming right at me. I thought I was going to get his shot, but he held up about 70 yards out now and he bedded down in the beans, so I'm just going to sit tight and wait for him to get up. I know Cam saw a deer, a nice buck as well, so hopefully that one either works towards him or works its way down here, and maybe we'll have a decision to make. So stay tuned. I'm going to sit here still and try and be as quiet as possible.
Matt! Matt!
All right, really exciting night, opening day in Ohio here. Cam and I, we had a good one. I'll tell my side of the story first because our stories kind of intertwine. We wanted to do an observation set, but still put ourselves in a chance to kill. So we got in spots where we could both cover our front field and our bottom field. So I headed down, had to call a quick audible, and ended up getting in a tree I was really happy with. Great wind and in good position for where I think the buck's bed, and it wasn't even late, 6:30 or so.
Yeah,
and
early in the night.
And I had the big buck come out, and he's a big wide buck, and it's one we have on camera. It's one I glassed in the summer, and he came out to about 80 yards and looked like he was coming towards me, but then bedded down, and so I just had to kind of sit there and wait him out, and had some doe come through, had another little buck come through, and anyways he gets up and comes right at me, and at this point, you know, a little nervous here,
nerves kick in.
Get the camera going, and he's walking right at me, and right when he gets to about 50 yards he turns and heads the other direction. So unfortunately that's not a shot that I'm going to take, but he heads the other direction and heads down to where we think a neighbor hunts, and the other does went down there that way too. And what happened was something spooked them. I know they didn't get my wind, it was going the other way, and they all jumped up and ran across the field back to the north, back in Cam's direction. So I got on the phone, said, hey buddy, make sure you're ready, and the rest is kind of history. But
yeah,
tell us about it.
So I get the text from Kyle, says, hey, buck's coming your way. So I was watching, but not watching too closely, and I heard some deer behind me in the woods. So I turned my whole body around and just was kind of sitting there watching these doe. And I look over my left hand shoulder, and sure enough, here comes a buck coming right towards me. Wide one.
Wide.
Real wide.
Yep.
And so I'm completely out of position at this point. Buck, I'm looking behind me. Buck's off to my left. Bow's on my right. And
swinging in the saddle.
Yeah, we're on a saddle, so it's not an ideal situation at all. And this buck's only 30 yards away when I see him. So I shimmy around the tree. I grab my bow, kind of slowly bring it over. And as I'm bringing it over, you know, it's dead quiet at this point. It's late in the night, and they're on edge, right? He's looking
they've
out.
already been jumped once, maybe twice.
Maybe twice,
right.
Yeah. So I get the bow over, I get the camera out, and I draw back. He's broadside, picks his head up, lock on 30 yards, shoot.
Yeah,
hit it.
Yeah, we reviewed the footage. You said he stood for a while, right?
Yeah.
Before. Yeah, Cam said he stood in the beans for what, a minute or so, and
at
then,
least, yeah,
and then bedded down. So he was nervous, but we watched the footage. No Luminac.
Learning.
You know,
we'll
get there. Work on that.
We'll get there.
But watching the footage, you can't see the arrow, but the sound is good. I mean, it sounds like a diaphragm hit. So I think we're gonna go at least to the point of contact, see what the blood looks like. If it doesn't look good, you know, we'll come back,
assess at that point, and see
if it looks good, well, hopefully we should be showing you guys a dead deer in a few minutes here.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Opening day, baby.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Kicked right here. Shot right through here. One over the arrow. Pass through. Solid. That looks good. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah. Looks really good. All right, so we from point of impact, we found the arrow. The arrow looked good. We tracked blood for probably going on 400 yards now. And we got to the edge of someone else's property. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a phone call to their owners, see if we can get permission to get on there and continue tracking this buck. But as of right now, it's great blood. We found bubbles in the blood, all the things that look good. So we're gonna stay on them.
Hello.
Hello, is this Nathan?
Yes, sir.
Hi Nathan, this is Cam. I hunt a property that adjoins yours, and I ended up shooting a deer tonight, and I'm tracking 34? It on 34. Yep. And I'm tracking it, and it went into your property, and I stopped at the property line, and I'm wondering if I can get permission to keep going.
Where are you at? By the Tiffin?
By the Tiffin.
Yeah, by Tiffin River. Yep.
Yeah, Tiffin River. Yep. Right at that corner there.
Okay, you need help?
No, I got my buddy here with me.
Okay.
We should be.
Go on in.
I appreciate that.
Send me a picture.
Sounds good. Will do. Thanks, Nathan.
Yes, sir.
Take care. Yep. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right.
All right, well, let's keep
That's how
going.
you do the right thing.
All right, so we are about 800 yards from point of impact. We've been following great blood. As you know, we got permission from this owner. We're walking along, and next thing you know, we bumped the deer. So blood looks good. What we're thinking is it's a lung shot. We got probably a single lung out of it. We got bubbles in the blood. Things are looking good. We haven't had to do any half circles, so we're walking pretty steady. So we're just gonna keep pushing him, and hopefully he just goes shorter and shorter, and we'll find him here soon. All right, so just to recap, last night we ended up running out of blood. This buck went in the river, so we couldn't go any further. We decided to call it last night around midnight. Backed out, came back this morning, checked for more of a grid search rather than checking for blood trail, because the buck went in the river. So did a grid search on a peninsula where we thought it would go. Came up empty-handed. And so we combed the whole area, coming back to where we last found blood. And last ditch effort, sure enough, he was only 50, 75 yards away from where he went into the river. So came up on the bank, stood there for a second, fell over right alongside the river. So ended up getting the buck. I'll give you a show of where he's at. Here.
Hey. That was a long process. Congrats.
Thank you.
Smells.
Smells good, right?
Yeah, let's see him.
He is a warrior. Man, I can't believe that we didn't get him.
Where was the shot?
Right behind the shoulder.
Wow.
Touch low.
Maybe touch low.
But it came out even.
Yeah, I think it's just a hair low, but it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
Good deal, man.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah, that would feel good.
It makes me feel better about the shot too. Like
Yeah, it's not bad.
it wasn't too far forward. It was actually perfect in line. Just
Yeah, just I think
maybe an
it's
inch
touch
too
low.
short. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's a big boy.
Yeah, well done.
Look at that walk, the width.
He's got his front on him.
9-pointer. The chrome brow. Freaking sweet, man. Freaking sweet.
Good deal. Good opening day.
Great opening day. Awesome. King.